to chat for the hearts that sustain us. Bringing the love where the waves crash and scatter. Words form a bond and they endlessly chain us. Kindness that matters. Voices arise and the flow never falter. Building a space where the ties last forever. Chat is the place where respect doesn't alter, holding us clever. Grateful are we for the sparks that ignite us. Chat lifts us up, every voice brings its power. Threads of goodwill through the storms that unite us. Hope we devour. Here in this space, every heart finds its meaning. Words weave a net where the world feels much kinder. Chat is the pulse, every moment redeeming, binding reminder. Grateful are we for the sparks that ignite us. Chat lifts us up, every voice brings its power. Threads of goodwill through the storms that unite us. Hope we devour.
Well, it's supposed to do this automatic switchover thing when it ends the countdown. Not wait for me to do it automatic, or not wait for me to do it. It's supposed to do it automatically. But that's okay. I like that little guitar riff part. We need to come up. The options are 2 minutes or 5 minutes. And I've got something that's 3 minutes that I need to have played. So I'm not sure what the solution is. Indigo, I see you there. I see sunrise and I see cricket and I see antics and I see that Indigo was first in today. So I need to know from you, Indigo. I need to know. You like Automagically? I love Automagically. I need to know, my sweet dear. Do you have a preference for silver or gold? Blue or red? And then we'll show, look at my, see? My microphone is being Automagic. Look at that. Let's see if I can make it disappear again. That's pretty cool. Antics was first? Are you sure? Antics was first. I was wrong. Antics wins. Antics, silver or gold, my dear? Thank you, Indigo. You are right. I misread. I misread. How's everybody doing tonight? It has been a heck of a week. A heck of a week. I hope that everybody has felt supported through this week and has not felt like it's been more than they could handle. Honesty is a policy. Indeed it is, Indigo. Shall not steal others' prizes. Sunrise, I see you there. I saw you come in. It is good to see you. But if Antics isn't here, is Antics here now? Is Antics here now? That is the question. That I can't tell. I know how I can tell. Yeah, Antics isn't here. I think if you're not here at the beginning of the stream, it doesn't count if you put your hello early in the stream, because you got to be here when the stream starts. I think that's the rule for winning the prize, is you've got to see, you've got to be here when the stream starts. What do you guys think about that as a rule? Sunrise Dawn, it's very good to see you. I saw you live a couple of times this week, but I haven't. You like silver? Okay, silver it is. Silver it is. That is not the right button for sharing. Let me find the right button for sharing. There we go. Indigo, check it out. I painted a new rock today, guys. Oh, you're not going to be able to see it all that little. You've had a rough couple of weeks? I'm sorry, Indigo. I am. How am I? Sunrise Dawn asks. And I would say, well, how am I? I am fair to middling. Oh, Sunrise has all the pets. Sunrise has all the pets. I'm glad you like it, Indigo. Shoot me an email so I don't forget to send it to you, dear. Unless Cricket's got your email, in which case I'm sure Cricket will get it done before I can. Paolo, it is good to see you. Welcome in. It's good to see you as always. How am I doing? So I painted a new rock. You guys want to see? There she is. Let's see if you can see her. There she is. Can you see the dandelion? There. There she is. Indigo, we can arrange that, my dear. We can arrange that. Shoot me an email, honey. Easily enough. Easy. 13 cats. All I saw was the 3. Hold on 1 second, y'all. Sorry, I needed to check if the dog was behaving, y'all. am fair to Midland. I didn't want to cancel on y'all again tonight like I did last week. You went out and met Helly, Dip, Corn, Trashy, and Nana. That's excellent, Indigo. Thanks, Indigo. That's excellent. I think, hey, Cricket, how did your bowling trip go? Or is that Cricket went bowling today too? I hope Cricket had a great time bowling. You're going to go live again? I'm so glad you're going live more, Sunrise Dawn. That's really good that you're feeling good enough to do that some more. I am happy about that. I was live with Miss Kim earlier today, and I got done with that, and I was really not feeling it about book club tonight. But, you know, I find that I don't feel like doing a live. But then if I go ahead and do it, I feel better. It makes a difference if I go ahead and do the live. You guys make a difference in my life. I feel you're trying to get your channel monetized. I feel like you guys make a difference in my life. And so I need to show up if you're going to show up. Last night, talking about showing up, I have been making an effort to get together with my in real life friends more. And so my friends and I have been trying to get together once a month. And so far that's meant once at the beginning of January and once at the end of February. So we'll see what March holds. One friend wasn't able to make it last night, but we got together and we had dinner. And then I had a friend come by just for a little while this morning, but we got to see each other. So it was nice seeing people in real life has its points. So I'm really glad, Indigo, that you and Cricket both got a chance to get out and meet people in real life. Cubs and Manning and Sciento Geek are lovely people. Bowling is fun, Cricket. I'm really glad you had fun. And I found out yesterday, Friday. In the last 2 days, I have discovered that there are people in the universe who do not know that Cricket has a channel and is an amazing musician and art whiz. And so if you did not know this, I'm assuming you know this because you're here. But if you did not know this is very important. Go subscribe to Cricket and also go subscribe to Sunrise Dawn because she does amazing things on her channel. She has all the pets. All the pets. What did she say here? 13 cats, not 13 dogs. 13 cats, a dog, and 4 hermit crabs. Yeah. I want to know how you keep the cats out of the hermit crabs. You'd think the cats would hunt the hermit crabs. So that's my newest rock. I kind of like it. You must be a cat lover. I think so. Sources say Cricket was adorable with longer hair. Oh, now I want to know this story, Indigo. That sounds like a story I need to know about. Yeah, not to mention the fish. Do we need to mention the fish? I mean, I think I've got a lot of pets. We've only got 2 cats and a dog. More than enough pets. It's like more than enough children. However many children you have is more than enough. However many pets you have is more than enough. So, if y'all have read the chapters, put a 1 in the chat. If you've read the chapters. The hermit crabs never leave the tank. You agree, Indigo won? Okay, Antics, I'm really glad that you agree she won. Catching up on fast? Okay, Antics. We will be here when you get here, my dear. It is good to see you. The hermit crabs never leave their tank, and the cats can't get past the lid. Excellent. Sorry, Indigo. I knew that. Thank you for correcting me. Yes, Cricket. Reading them last year counts. That's cool, Antics. I just had to come up with a rule on the fly since you weren't here. And I think it's fair. I hope everybody agrees it's fair. Otherwise, you guys would like start showing up 36 hours before the chat and telling me you were the first one to the chat. And that's not why we have the first in award. You do have to constantly chase the cats off the lid. Okay. Cats. Cats and hermit crabs. Yeah, I know. 13 cats. I don't know how she does it. I don't know how she does it. And they're all indoor cats. It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. Indigo is one of the very best colors. I do like indigo. Did you guys know that certain You're showing up for the next chat a bit early, Adam? Hilarious. Oh my goodness gracious, Sunrise Dawn, you have got to be kidding me. They're not allowed in the bedroom after one of them peed on me in the bed. Oh my goodness. Sunrise dawn. Yeah, that would be the end of that. Antics, I'm sure it's the color of your aura. So there is a specific cult, high control group that doesn't allow their members to wear denim. Several of them, actually. FDLS doesn't allow denim. The House of Yahweh doesn't allow denim. The Apostolic United Brethren avoids denim. And the 12 tribes discourage denim. She was evicted so fast her head spun, and there was a fresh litter box right at the end of the bed. Oh, I am sorry. Yeah, they don't believe in St. Jean's. Exactly. Cricket is still adorable. Yes, Cricket is still adorable, and you're still in the past. That's fine. That is the worst, Sunrise Dawn. 'Cause it is worldly, Indigo. Denim is worldly. And it says they hate denim because its association with casual or secular fashion. Methinks that they're just forgetting some other associations. 12 Tribes follows the Grateful Dead around, so I'm not sure how they handle no denim. Well, we'll ask ChatGPT that. It says enforcement varies by community. Worldly association, modesty, and work versus everyday attire. Eric, hi. Not the worldly clothes. Yeah, sometimes it's not intentional. You have to check them for a bladder infection. That's absolutely true, Indigo Twin. That is absolutely true. Still not on the bed. I would have had the same response on the bed on me. That would have been not a good thing. It's nice to see you, Eric. The worldly clothes are bad. So I'm gathering that nobody has read the chapters. The anti-Hank Williams Fellowship also rejects denim. I'll keep that in mind, Adam. I didn't know that there was an anti-Hank Williams Fellowship. anti-Hank Williams Fellowship. That's funny. Some of the other cats pick on her. That's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. So we'll try again. Put a 1 in the chat if you've actually read the book. If you've actually read the chapters, rather. See, I've got a 1. I actually did listen to the chapters this week. There's a great documentary about genes called Riveted from American Experience. Interesting, Cricket. There it is, right there. That looks excellent, Cricket. That looks excellent. You've arrived to the future? That's excellent, Antics. How's the weather? How's the weather? It's been, there was actual blue sky, not gray, cloudy, overcastness. There's actually blue sky today. It was nice and warm yesterday when I went out and met my friend for dinner. Brie. Brie is sweet. I'm really glad you had a good time, Cricket. I'm really glad it went well. The Ken Nordine psychedelic Levi's commercials were the best thing to happen to jeans ever. Now I need to actually know what these are. Ken Nordine. Interesting. I don't remember those. That's really interesting, Adam. I couldn't even remember those. Well, yes, Antics. It's always beautiful in San Diego. It's always beautiful in San Diego. People will check it out on replay. Yes, they will. And little by little, I bet you guys can hear that. Can you guys hear that? Banging. That is the cat wanting through the gate. The gate that the cat can jump over. The cat's perfectly capable of jumping over the gate, but yet the cat sits in front of the gate and grabs it repeatedly with his paw to let it make noise so that we'll get up and let him through the gate without him having to jump up and over. That is Soda. That is Soda Cat. I'm glad you can't hear it, Sunrise Dawn, because he's making me no end of annoyed with the noise. So this chapter had a couple of these two chapters, they had a couple of interesting things in there. Um One of the things that I thought were really interesting, this quote, I really found this quote really interesting. Because this chapter 15, really talks about the development of ethics and how that happened. And so I wanted to talk to you guys about this, maybe this whole paragraph. What it says is, what happened with the development of ethics, said Cyril Vosper, who worked on the staff at St. Hill, was that the zeal expanded at the expense of tolerance and sanity. Then he goes on to say, my feeling was that Mary Sue devised a lot of the really degrading aspects of ethics. I always had a great warmth and admiration for Ron. He was a remarkable individual, a constant source of new information and ideas. But I thought Mary Sue was an exceedingly nasty person. She was a biatch. And it continues. Hubbard had this incredible dynamism, a disarming, magnetic, and overwhelming personality. I remember being at St. Hill one Sunday evening and running into him, and as we started to talk, people gathered round. People had a wonderful feeling with him of being in the presence of a great man. So I find this quote by Vosper to be really interesting. And I am curious I can't figure out if Mary Sue was the actual problem or if this is just misogyny at its finest. Not that it matters in the wider scheme of things. But I just found it to be a really interesting comment. And more specifically, what happened with the development of ethics was that zeal expanded at the expense of tolerance and sanity. Zeal expanding at the expense of tolerance and sanity. I find that quote so very interesting. They were both problems. You're probably right, Adam. Oh my goodness, guys. I am sure you can't hear it, but we have somebody in our neighborhood playing the drums so loud that my body is practically shaking. Zeal expanded at the expense of tolerance and sanity. So we're going to see if I put my noise canceling earbuds in, if maybe I can make that drumming go away. Or is she a convenient scapegoat? Right. I'm not trying to make her innocent because I don't think there's any way I can make her innocent. I read that whole paragraph and went, wait a second. why is it always Elron as pure as the driven fucking snow? I don't quite get it. I don't care what he is. They have a band that practices, or they have some shit. And I have looked into the noise ordinance. The noise ordinance says no noise after 10 o'clock. And they stop right at 10 o'clock. So, noise canceling earbuds are helping. I don't have that patter, patter, patter constantly going. Why would Mary Sue want that? She was compliant, but many accounts show her to be more approachable at first than Hubbard himself. Yeah, I'm not. I just found it it just caught my eye. That bit about ethics being Mary Sue's fault. And her being a bitch. And, you could make that argument because Elron didn't put all that shit into the religion. It wasn't baked into the books until after Mary Sue showed up. So maybe Mary Sue is a problem. Mary Sue came up with overboarding. Interesting, Adam. Well, it sounds like they were a match made in heaven. Lovely. Just lovely. The whole thing. I mean, zeal expanding at the expense of tolerance and sanity is just the best description I could ever hope to read. And they went, I mean, yeah, antics. Yes, that is why probably it stuck out like a sore thumb to me. Although, she could have been a bitch and misogynistic. Did I say something more that I shouldn't have, antics? Let me in what I said. I mean, she could have been an A-class number one. As in it and as committed to the whole thing as Elron, and coming up with all the crazy shit just as much as he is. It's just the future in Sweden. Yeah, let's hope the future is so bright that we gotta wear shades, right? Yeah, guys, even the headphones aren't doing it. The drumming is significant. In fact, antics, I'm going to impose upon you tonight. I'm going to impose upon you a little bit and hope that the music is acceptable. Because I need a little something in my ears to drown out that craziness. Maybe she developed Yeah, the good news is you can't hear it. Exactly. Maybe she developed ethics because her husband had young women attend. I don't know. The whole thing is, I mean, it was a whole chapter of getting things. It was 2 chapters of the creation of the Sea Org. Yes, it is antics. It's really difficult because it's so loud. I mean, I can feel it, right? I can feel it, so it's not just noise. And it's at such a low frequency that it just kind of moves through my body. So something to break that up. Yes, Adam, exactly. That sounds about right. And they found each other. They found each other, and that's all they needed. Simple as that. Simple as that. So they continued to consume people, throw them away. Even back then, the stories. I love your emojis, Andy. Scavenge got close to LRH. Maybe it's him that came up with ethics because he got close. Mary Sue supported the brokers who should have been the next ones to run this. Interesting. Interesting, Indigo. No, Miscavige. This is long before Miscavige. So it's not Miscavige who. You mean maybe it's LRH who came up with that thing? Yeah. According. The book doesn't say that it is Mary Sue. Ethics came in and surprised everybody, right? Early in 1965, ethics came in, and all of a sudden, the gentleman working as L. Ron's butler was assigned a condition of emergency because he'd served him salmon for dinner that wasn't quite fresh. So they came in, all of a sudden in early 65. So it's just interesting to create something at that point, right? And then it's hijinks of the Sea Org and getting all the boats fitted and ready to go, and all of the lack of preparation that Hubbard threw his people into. And a really interesting story about how they realized that even the English government wasn't going to save them because they pushed off against orders, and the English government wouldn't send the Coast Guard. Even though they thought that they might drown, they might sink. Because they'd gone off against orders. Elrond has got to be the luckiest hindwipe on the planet. It's just unreal. This stuff that happens to him and he manages to get out of. Have you guys ever seen anybody that lucky? It's pretty unbelievable. Pretty unbelievable. So that's my short report on those 2 chapters. Did anybody else have anything that popped up for them that y'all thought was interesting in the chapters? We are this week at some point probably later in the week, probably Friday, I will make fudge because I still have to send fudge to Sunrise Dawn and to J-Bass. And you guys have complained that you want to see the whole fudge process. So I will do that probably Friday. And then Wednesday, we have a live. I have a live. We'll do Wheel of Wednesday on Wednesday. And Thursday, didn't read it, but I wondered, why would Mary Sue take the fall for Hubbard later on? Unless she was more involved. Yeah, I agree, Indigo. Yeah, I don't know if I'm an expert antics, but I am not bad at it. No, I don't do it by hand. I don't do it by hand, honey. I use the mixer. I use the KitchenAid. It is not whipped by hand. That is beyond me. That is not something I can do. But no cheating with condensed milk or marshmallows. Yes. That is real fudge. Real chocolate fudge with no condensed milk or marshmallows. I do use a little bit, antics, I do use a little bit of corn syrup. I use about a tablespoon of corn syrup, just to make it easier. So yeah, Indigo, we played bingo last Wednesday at Wheel of Wednesday, and the prizes was fudge. Maybe we'll play for fudge again this week. why we have modern appliances, Antics, for using. That's why we have them. They're for using. I use a modern candy thermometer. I have a brick hearth, but I don't. But I do have a brick hearth. Saltwater taffy and a good fudge. Oh, Indigo, we will have to talk. I love good saltwater taffy, but it is... I love taffy too. Saltwater taffy is excellent. I know, Antics. I heard it. If I didn't respond right, I'm sorry. I'm a little tired tonight. I'm still really anxious. I haven't heard back. Oh, but I didn't tell you guys. I haven't heard back on my second revision of my paper from my professor yet. But I did hear back on the teaching philosophy, and it's done. She loved it. It's great. It's done. My teaching philosophy is written. The resume is in process. The drums have messed up my sarcasm detector. That's probably true. That's probably true. I've got drums going one beat in my ears and another beat in the background. I think everybody had a busy week, it sounds like. Fab Daddy, it's going. I think we're mostly done. There's only so much you can say about L. Ron Hubbard's life, which is like, he's an asswipe. And then he bees an asswipe some more. And then he does it a little differently, but continues to be an asswipe. That's kind of how it goes, Fab Daddy. Yes, I'm really glad to have one piece done, Antics. I'm really glad that she liked it. I'm still on pins and freaking needles about my paper. I'm just losing my mind about my paper. I am so concerned. But one piece done, and I've sent I know, Fab Daddy. I know you don't. That's why I dropped it there. You're just here to say hi, aren't you, man? Okay, Sunrise Dawn. Hugs, dear. How are you doing, Fab Daddy? What's new? Did you have a good week? We were sort of talking about how everybody's week went. We're talking about that more than we're talking about the book because people don't seem to be too interested in the book. So, if you guys want me here on Sunday nights, but you want to do something else, I need to start thinking on what we could do instead of book club. Because, thank you, Eric. Thank you, Eric. I appreciate it. And if Sophia was here, Adam, she would tell us. We'll have to make sure and ask her next time we see her. I'm losing my mind, Adam. It is. And I made extensive revisions and I was way in my head. I had to send it off to him because I wasn't even sure if I was making sense anymore. Well, we do game night on Wednesdays, Eric. We already do game night on Wednesdays. You want to do spin the bottle, dear? I think spin the bottle sounds like a lot of fun. I'm just not sure how to operationalize that in this environment. You know, I was such a goody two-shoes. I don't think I've ever played spin the bottle. The Book of Obscure Sorrows is a list of such words. Is that an actual book, Adam? That sounds like a lovely title. It's an actual book. I love it. The Book of Obscure Sorrows. Ooh, I'm loving it. I love it. The Dictionary of Obscure Sorrows. Okay, here's the link, y'all. You've never played it or either? Okay, so I don't feel like such a dweeb. Yeah, play virtually. Every night is game night. There you go. We can't have prizes all the time. Or we'll have to figure out some other way of coming up with prizes. And coming up with games is hard, you guys. Harder than you would think. Harder than you would think. Come up with games. My goodness, my green screen's all over the place tonight. What is the deal? This is not bad for background music. Is this doing okay for you, Antics? I mean, you're still here. We could play two truths and a lie. You guys know how to play that? 2 truths and a lie. There you go. Indigo. So... Ones and fives, Fab Daddy? Oh, I'm sorry, Antics. Two truths and a lie is hard. You just mute me? Antics. Okay, so there's 2 truths and a lie. Hang on, Antics. So what you do, guys, is you put Hangman. Is there an online Hangman? Where is it, Ed? Hold on 1 second, y'all. Let's see if this works. Here's an option. Anybody want to play Hangman with me? Hold on. I need to share the window. That music just got funky all of a sudden. Let's try something real different. Could you guys hear that? That went all wackadoo. Well, we lost that one. Let's try again. History, you guys. You guys got any ideas for history? Yeah, it was a terrible hissing noise. Oh. Oh my. It was white noise. It's a Oasis thing. Fab Daddy, you're hilarious. All about sports. letter do I need, guys? I got it! Not sure if I like this game. N. You guys, I've dropped a room link. You can go in the room and play. I don't know if we play apart from each other or together. National Pancake Day? That was a really long one. You guys still hanging with me for this? Occupations. Okay. Sloppy Hedgehog. I got it. I won. Okay, who's next? No repeating letters. Lovely. I don't know that this game is good playing with two people. I'm gonna lose. Carpeting. Okay, I'm giving up on this game, y'all. No, we've got two more puzzles. We'll do two more puzzles. And I forgot to say it's first Minnesota goodbye. Okay, there's the last one. Yes, varsity football. At least the accused gets balloons? Yes. It is a better form of hangman than the others that have been utilized in the past. Cherry pie. Fab Daddy, do you like cherry pie? Cherry pie is my favorite. I'm also real partial to key lime pie. Somebody I was talking with recently likes lemon meringue pie. I think that's Club Brain Fog. Who is not here. We need to Beetlejuice Club Brain Fog. Well, that depends, Fab Daddy. That depends. Depends on a whole raft of things. So last night with my prime rib, I want potatoes. I want mashed potatoes or baked potato with my prime rib. A nice salad. And then we had some donuts after. That's okay, we can change it again. You guys just tell me and we can change the music. Adam, and if that means that I just changed the music you liked, I am eternally sorry. It just occurred to me that you were saying you liked it and I went and turned it off, which is about on par for who I am. Not that I would intentionally turn it off, but that I would completely misunderstand. Yeah. I did it wrong. I did it wrong. And I don't think we're going to get the same thing. But we'll see. I'm sorry, Adam. Sorry, Adam. It's going to be one of those kinds of streams, I guess. What else do we have to talk about? How's everybody surviving the week? We can open up and discuss how we're feeling about things if you would like. This is supposed to be a safe space where everybody can say, oopsie, exactly. Everybody can say what's on their mind. I am having a difficult time with the alacrity at which the changes are happening. I have always said I am not an accelerationist. I'm much more of a traditionalist. And so the speed is Sophia. See, we Beetlejuiced her right here. Sophia, is there a multisyllabic, multi-compound German word that means that the dread you feel between the time you turn your paper in and the time your professor gets it back to you? Thank you, Eric. Thank you very much. You don't like any song longer than the intro. Well, I'm not going to switch every song after the 30-second intro, Fab Daddy. So I hope that everybody is surviving the difficult climate that we've got going on right now. I know that what Eric had to say has really been helpful for some people. And I think that's a good thing. I think as small channels have really had a hard time with all of the craziness. And I'm all for finding some ways to make the craziness stop. Not that you know right now. Okay, Sophia. We were talking about the dread that I'm feeling because I've turned my revision in, but I'm waiting still to hear back from the professor, and so it's this special kind of dread and fear that you get while you're waiting for the professor to comment on your paper. Adam suggested that you might know. Exactly, Eric. He does not need the drama. He needs our support. The drama has been significant. The drama has been distracting. The drama has been terrifying. The drama has been impactful in that it has paralyzed people from being able to do the work they want to be doing. It's done its purpose in the community, which is to divide people and to keep them apart. And one of the things that has, and I need to talk to you guys about this, because I really have felt this over the last couple of days, hearing from people who have been in the community but felt like they couldn't speak up or speak out. And I know that one of the things we've always asked in this community is that everybody be respectful and that it be a comfortable place where we can all come and get away from things. But I think that I maybe have made a mistake in that, because I think that I would hope that people who don't feel like they know what's going on would have a place that they can come and talk to and find things out, or have people have ways of finding these things out. And while it's not my responsibility, I am concerned that drama, life is a stage. Yeah, Fab Daddy, I am concerned that by not speaking up, I left other people more vulnerable. that's not something I like very much, y'all. And it's a feeling that's only being it's only being made stronger by what's going on. Yeah, probably, Adam. I mean, can't we have a space where we can talk about things while still being adults? I mean, is that possible in this day and age? To have a space where you have adult conversations? I don't necessarily mean a Reddit where people can come and I just mean there's so many things that have to be talked around nowadays. And guilt. No, it's just I'm not sure it's the way I want to do things. So that's what I'm exploring, Fab Daddy. I'm not sure it's guilt. It's more is that it, especially with the what's going on in the government, reflecting what's going on in the smaller community. Not speaking up seems to be a problem. The adult part is tricky. This community was infiltrated by rampaging children. There's a storyline in there somewhere, Adam. I just think I mean, with everything going on in the world, if we keep not talking about things, we're never going to get anywhere. You just got to stop artificially creating safe spaces for people uncomfortable with reality. Yes, Sophia. It's just those people get they get so when they get uncomfortable. It is definitely unpleasant. People I like have felt, ostracized and alone. And on the other hand, it's not my job to hold everybody's hand and make sure that everybody's doing okay. So I guess what I will say is, if you are feeling alone in the community, the way to resolve that is to reach out to people. Reach out to the people you've met in chat. Reach out to the creators. Make connections. There are ways to figure out what's going on without having to watch everybody all the time. Absolutely not, Fab Daddy. Don't believe in HOAs. They're the worst idea on the planet. They're a terrible, terrible idea. It's like creating miniature cities where the community, miniature little communities where they get to elect a mayor who can impact your housing. Even real mayors don't have as much power as an HOA board. What kind of community is this, Fab Daddy? It's our community, where I'm the dictator. But at least I'm up front that I'm the dictator. My rules go. My rules. Second Minnesota goodbye, y'all. My rules are we're all tolerant. It is a cyber community, Fab Daddy. It is a cyber community. It's a pretend community in a lot of ways. People need to know how to, I keep thinking back to the invention of the printing press and how few people could even read and had access to books before the invention of the printing press, and how the invention of the printing press changed everything. Changed how people told stories, changed how people communicated, changed how people spent their time. And your BLT just sighed. It sogged? Why did it sog? I don't think BLTs are good sogged. I think they're supposed to be all crispy and crunchy. Except for the tomato part. I don't have BLTs. Exactly, Adam. Exactly. HOAs are, whoever thought this idea up it's a very, very, very bad idea. So the internet, it's like the printing press exponentially. And so, yeah, it probably is too much to expect people to be able to behave like adults in a completely new medium that they don't even understand. And we haven't taught media literacy. So everybody is, since we don't have media literate populations, we need to consider everybody illiterate, which is sort of the problem, right? Is all these people who aren't media literate. And how do you say that to people? You're not literate? They don't like hearing that. This is almost harder because with reading, there's clearly something you need to learn in order to translate the letters off the page. So you have to actually learn how to decode that. But with the internet, it doesn't appear that there is anything to decode. So you can read it already. So somebody telling you you're not literate doesn't make sense. So I think I'm going to try and be a little more open about the drama that goes on. Make it clear that I support Eric Rader. But that ultimately I'm not trying to get involved in any drama. I'm really not. Other people try to draw me into the drama. And I'd prefer not to go there. But if ever any of you have questions, you are absolutely welcome. Contact me. That is what I can do. Oh, Fab Daddy, excellent. I wish I could hear it. I totally wish I could hear it. Jamming your guitar to the background music. Very nice. Very nice. Is everybody ready for the week to start? My husband made for brunch, late brunch, more like lunch dinner. He had a craving for waffles, and so he used his sourdough starter and made sourdough waffles. We had sourdough waffles and Canadian bacon for dinner, and it was so good. It was really quite lovely. And you were drawn into it too, Adam? Really? Well, it's not terribly hard to get drawn into it. Bill, how are you doing, honey? How you doing, hon? It's good to see you, Bill. Yes, Cricket, a drama advisor. Find somebody that you know, like, and trust, or find several somebodies. Reach out and ask somebody if they'll fill you in. Reach out to a moderator. Exactly, Bill. For a minute, Fab Daddy accused me of being an HOA. I'm like, yeah, no, we don't have HOAs around here. No HOAs. HOAs are a scourge. A scourge that needs to be eradicated. Whoever thought those up was high on some not good shit. Wow, Adam. They're using your comment to accuse him of being anti-Semitic. I didn't even understand how that tracks. It makes about as much sense as me being called on the carpet for having Fraudy in here. I've never had any interactions with the 3-letter acronym. Never had one. Not hello, not a buy your leave, not a, nothing. Not one word. I haven't ever said a word until this last week. And what I will say is I don't like that young man. I don't agree with his tactics. He's not somebody I want to associate with. I don't know why he would fucking care. I'm clearly not somebody he wants to associate it with. You've been accused of being an independent Scientologist on the down low, Bill? Well, so what the fuck ever? I mean, what's wrong with being an independent Scientologist? There's not a damn thing wrong with being an independent Scientologist. There's nothing, not a thing on the planet wrong with being an independent Scientologist. The accusations just make no sense. I'm like, okay. Yes, Cricket, exactly. Well, I've been in the wrong chat numerous times. I am done. Adam is obviously a Pat Broker alt account and not anti-Semitic. Yes. If you're coming for channels that have less than 1,000 people, I don't like what? Why are you bothering? Why are you bothering? Why does it matter? Why do you care? What? I don't. And as far as who I associate with, I pick my friends. My friends pick me. Don't tell me who I can and can't associate with. You don't get to choose that. And if you decide that I'm your enemy because I'm associating with people that you find to be enemies, then okay, we're enemies. I got nothing more to say about that. I don't. What's CBR, Bill? You guys going off on esoteric stuff together? I love it when you do that. Okay, third Minnesota goodbye, y'all. Let's see who we can Beetlejuice to the area for fourth Minnesota goodbye. Right, Cricket? Right, Cricket? I am going to turn the music off. There we go. That sounds a little nicer now. The Target 2x2s. Captain Bill Robertson, 9 through 11 online, and it kind of vindicates the number scribble. Interesting, Bill. Interesting. Target 2x2s is excellent. So who can we Beetlejuice in here? We haven't seen Brain Fog. Well, now it got really quiet because I turned the music off. Now it's like, maybe I should turn that music back on. Maybe I should quit turning it on and off, for starters. Sometimes the drums just start getting too much. I'm pretty sure that it is AI generated in some manner, shape, or form. So the schedule for this week, I'll figure out a game for Wednesday night. We will have Wednesday night wheel. And then Thursday, Brain Fog and I are going to get together and do something. And I'm not sure what channel that will be on. And I think Friday, I will make the fudge. I think on Friday. That is what I will do. So if y'all are around on Friday, yes, there you go, Adam. That sounds about right, Adam. Time Life presents. Lord, I hadn't remembered about that. My grandparents got all kinds of those. Time Life presents. Boy, it seemed like simpler times. You have a membership, Bill? I don't know who gifted your membership. I don't remember. I need to schedule. A members only call. Oh, Cricket, that might be a great idea. And then we could put my own background music up there. That's getting a little scratchy. Yes, I was glad to see you got one, Bill. Your grandparents had the best of Van Cliburn. Excellent. I was going to go look for something, guys, and I completely forgot what I was going to go look for. Cliburn, yes. Going to go look for something, and now I can't remember what. I hate it when I do that. Brain farts, and the thoughts go right out of your head. Usually I can bring them back. Not always. Very frustrating. Very frustrating to have the thoughts just poof out of your brain. And 100 Reader's Digest, Reader's Digest, National Geographic, although my dad did take, this was my dad, not my grandparents. My dad did get Playboy. because they did have good writers, that magazine did, at one time. If you want a brass and Harlequin romances, nice. Mine liked big band, my grandparents, big band music, although discontinued Rheingold empties. Now I've got to figure out what those are. Discontinued Rheingold empties. What are those, Bill? Good man, Adam. Good man. It used to be more worth reading even for the pictures and the comics. I don't know that I think Hugh Hefner's a stand-up guy, but I think he made a good magazine. I think he did that. I think that just because people are business people doesn't mean they're stand-up guys or gals. I don't know why you would think that somebody is a stand-up guy just because they have a business. That seems to be the measure nowadays. Bilf, it's gonna bug me incessantly. What are Rheingold empties? We need to get a slightly bigger green screen. Or zoom in a little bit. Maybe I zoom in a little bit. Would you guys like me a little bit closer? That might help. There. Now we'll have fewer problems. Oh, it was a beer cans. Got it. I remember now. Rheingold empties. It was a beer. I remember the can now. Yep. I remember the beer. Hold on. Here is the, it's also an opera. Rheingold is an opera. Now I'm going to have to go watch the opera. Here's the Rheingold beer symbol. Looks like this. Rheingold beer. Bilf, you're cracking me up. Cracking me up big time. Boy, guys, I am much closer, but the green screen is working much better. Doesn't have to fill in the difference. Keep that a secret, even from you. You want that secret kept, right, Adam? Keep that a secret, even from Adam. Guys, I don't know if we're going to get a third Minnesota Goodbye. Do you have an affinity for Wagner, Adam? I can't say that I've listened to enough Wagner to know if I have an affinity or not. Difficult to know. My impression is that I probably don't. You not Wagner? I kind of figured, Adam. Wagner is kind of the prototype, or a prototype. Something we don't want to duplicate, in my experience. Oh, now I'm going to have to go. Now I'm going to have to go listen, Adam. Is there a place you can go listen to Nietzsche's piano compositions? I bet there is. Yes, you can go to YouTube and listen to Nietzsche's music. I will be doing that later. Wagner is to classical music as Rush is to rock and roll. I don't know that I'll disagree with that, Bill. I can see that analogy. It doesn't sound right. Wagner doesn't sound right. I don't feel like it sounds right for me, in my experience. MLH, man, how are you? I just made an entire announcement to make sure that everybody in the live knows that Cricket is a brilliant music creator and artist, and that you need to go subscribe if you haven't already. Oh, we're going to have some balloons. Sorry, guys. You know, the song Siegfried Idle was a birthday gift from Wagner to his wife Cosima for celebrating the birth of their son. I did not know that, Eric. I don't know much about Wagner. MLH, do you know what else? Guys, MLH won third Minnesota Goodbye. So MLH, dear, you have a cold? I'm sorry that you have a cold, dear. We sort of have a game, MLH? And the first person who shows up on after my third Minnesota goodbye gets a prize. And today, MLH, that person was you. So let me show you the prize you won. For being the first person to show up after the third Minnesota goodbye. I will shoot this off to you. Cricket made it. And it is now yours. So how's your weekend going, MLH? Are y'all ready to get back to work? Yeah, you win a prize. Shoot an email to me or to Cricket. Or I can probably just text it to you, MLH. MLH, Fab Daddy's got a hot for your cold. Yeah. That's Cricket's work right there. It's not his best work. I've got you here. Let me see. Oh, here's one. No. Here's one. I like this one. Oh, you've seen that one too. I don't have them handy here. You'll just have to go look. What did Fab do tonight, MLH? Oh, you guys had hot tub. I will go back and watch, MLH. I'm glad it was fun. It was saucy. Good. That sounds so much fun. If you guys have not checked out MLH, is that over on Bernie's channel, MLH? Hot tub on Bernie's channel? I can't remember off the top of my head. You guys haven't hooked up with MLH on hot tub. You ought to. You ought to. Yep, it's over on Bernie's channel. So, if you're not, go over and subscribe to Bernie and take a look at Hot Tub Time Machine. MLH, I will get this off to you. Yep. So there's Bernie's. Bernie's is where you'll find Hot Tub Time Machine. And MLH is where you'll find MLH and all the amazing First Amendment work he does in Denver. There's a lot of drama in the hot tub. Oh, we talked a little bit about those who will not be named tonight. I explained how ultimately I just don't like the young man and wouldn't choose to associate with him. But that should be okay because I think the feeling's probably mutual. So that's cool. We just don't get along. You know what you do when you don't get along with somebody in real life? You just don't associate with them. It's really easy. Dusty! We were live at the... What were you doing live? He is a mensch. Totally a mensch. What were you doing? Was there a concert, Dusty? How'd the concert go? Everybody who's here, make sure you're also subscribed to Dusty. And the other one you need to be subscribed to is Cricket Cinema. And you can find Cricket right here. There's Cricket. And also Dusty. Here's Dusty. And with that, y'all, now I'm cutting my head off. Nope, that was Cricket. The second one is Cricket. Apparently, it's a good thing I've got Cricket because I meant to type Dusty in there and it got Cricket twice. But we got Dusty too. And we are at concert night. You were good. Very young crowd. Very sweet and nice. Good response. I am so glad. Thank you, Fab Daddy. Dusty is trying to get his full monetization. He is at 810 subscribers. So we really need to do what we can to help Dusty get his subscriber count up. How are you doing for watch hours, Dusty? You should be really close for watch hours. MLH, it's because it's hard to, when you're in your own live, it's hard to go and sub to all those things and do it. It's much easier to do when you're in chat in somebody else's live. I find that I have to go make sure I sub to things after the fact. Because otherwise I forget. I don't think to do it during the live. I'm glad you got a good response, Dusty. Really glad you got a good response. Watch hours, watch hours, watch hours. Yeah, I think Dusty said he was really close to his watch hours. What he really needs is subscribers now. What are your executive orders going to say, Fab Daddy? I'm all for your executive orders. So Dusty needs 190 subscribers to get to his 1,000 subscribers. No, MLH, I did not. I don't think I want to. I don't think I want to. I think that sounds rather Voldemort-ish. More than I can do on my poor little tummy to watch something like that. Okay, Fab Daddy, I'm about to head out too. Okay, guys, MLH, don't forget to shoot an email to Cricket or I. And with that, guys, thanks for coming in. Thanks for spending the time with me. You know, I appreciate all of you very much. And I will see you Wednesday for Wheel of Wednesday.